this off just trying to explain some of the services and provisions that we provide on the campus from a day-to-day standpoint, and give you more detail so that that's helpful. And then we also want to address any questions at the end of this that might come up. We also want to try to get to know you all a bit better and have you get to know us a bit better as we walk through today. So, in an effort to set an example, we're going to be talking about wellness. Fred asked us to share this picture. We were at a cycle bar class this morning in Naples as we were trying to get to know the area. So we thought we'd share that there. That's Rick, Stacy, and myself with our instructor. So pass that along. It was a hard class, but we're ready to go. We just go through our agenda today, what we're going to be talking about. Obviously, introductions and welcome. And then you're going to turn it over to Rick Maltz to talk about our resident services and security and emergency services, which I think you'll find interesting in terms of how we're prepared. And then Jeff Watson is going to talk about resident activities and for the most part, the culture of our campus and how that originates and how we develop that. And then Stacy's going to close us out by talking about our wellness program, and then we'll turn it back over to Fred for any questions and answers. But let me just give you some insight into who I am. Hey, who are you? So I thought I'd share a picture there. That is actually my son, Tucker Jones. He just started 6th grade about two weeks ago, and hey, so far so good. So everything's going well. A little bit about me. I am a fitness enthusiast. I do like to stay active. I'm a cyclist. I like to live a fairly healthy lifestyle. It's important to me. And that's why we found ourselves in the gym at 5:45 this morning. I'm actually from the left coast. I'm from California, originally from the Bay Area. But now I find myself here on the right coast. Glad to be here. And then also a little known fact that I wanted to point out there too. Is Christine here? Christine's back there. And Fred. I started working with Christine and Fred with Erickson back starting in the fall of 1993. Our second campus after Charlestown, we worked to open that. So I've actually been with Erickson for 27 years.
You'll get your gold watch?
Yeah. I'm going to pass that along to my supervisor and let her know. But, so thank you for that. But been with Erickson for 27 years, and I love it. I love what we do. I love what I get to do, and my hope is to continue with Erickson for maybe not another 27 years, but until I'm able to end my career. In terms of just from a macro standpoint, the areas that I'm responsible for with the organization, I have 3 areas that I work with. The first area is I provide oversight on the corporate side of our programming for dining services. So you met Kevin Bunn and Phil, I think, a couple weeks ago or a month ago. Kevin reports into me, and I work with him and his team to develop the dining program that we have for our campuses and for our company. I work with Rick Maltz and his team on the general services side of the business in terms of the program that we offer for our campuses. I also provide oversight to 4 of our campuses, 4 of currently the 19. There are 2 in Maryland, Riderwood Village and Charlestown. I provide oversight to Windsor Run, which is in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a campus we opened up about a year and a half ago. And then I also provide oversight to a campus in Florida, Devonshire, near West Palm. So I provide oversight to those campuses and work with those executive directors and those teams. The last responsibility that I have with the organization is working with a team of people and with the community here to assure that we have a successful startup of new campuses. So we started with Windsor Run about 2 years ago, helping them get up and off the ground and stabilize. And then I'll be working with these individuals here, and in particular Stacy, who's going to help provide air traffic control to a lot of people. But I'll be working with this team to help the campus get up and off the ground and stabilize. And at some point in the near future, in the next 8 months, we'll be posting and looking for our executive director for this campus. That executive director will come from the inside of Erickson. We also found through Windsor Run that about 30% of the staff there at Windsor Run, and we expect that to be the same here and probably a little bit higher, but about 30% of the staff at Windsor Run came from other Erickson campuses. So looking forward to that. But you'll see me again. I'll be back. And we're already meeting about Siena Lakes on a bi-weekly basis, talking through some of the details. We'll start moving that meeting to a weekly basis, and we'll start coming out routinely to work with Fred and the team to assure that, hey, is everything going well? The last thing I'll leave you with, and then I'll pass it over to Rick, is that we realize that we have programs that we know have been successful. But we also know that Naples is not Baltimore. And we know that Naples is not Houston or Dallas or Boston. And so our programs, we have very solid programs. We have the bones of the program. But as we come to Siena Lakes, we come to Naples, we need to make sure that our programming and our campus is meeting the needs of the residents who are living here. And so part of that is going to be an ongoing dialogue of what's working, what's not. So we're not just trying to overlay a program and say, this has worked before, it's going to work here. We want to come knowing that there are things that are successful, but there are also, many parts of how we're going to be doing this that we need to make sure meet the needs of the residents here in Naples. With that, thank you for the time. I'm going to turn it over to Rick Maltz to talk about some of the services.
So good afternoon. So as Carrie said, my name is Rick Maltz. I'm the Vice President of General Services. A little about my background. First of all, this is my family, and we're swimming with the dolphins. Anyone know where this is?
Oh, yeah.
Atlantis, Paradise Island. So I love warm weather. I love Florida. So you may see us December, January, February. And my wife's a travel agent. So we like to cruise. And when I started with Erickson 8 years ago, and I've been to all our communities, welcome to the cruise ship on land. I mean, that really is, and we'll talk about the services. But I've been with Erickson for 8 years. I started my career in law enforcement back in Maryland, and then I was recruited by a large food distribution center company, and I was head of security and safety there for 10 years, then went to work for a nonprofit in DC. And 8 years ago, I found my calling, and I think Jeff will talk about that here with Carrie. And it really is, and I think that's the one thing that we see, especially as we travel around the country. So I started as Director of Safety and Environmental Services, and then through the years went through Risk Management and Resident General Services, and then recently took over for Vice President of General Services. And we'll talk about what that means in terms of General Services, a big word, basically facilities and operations, everything from housekeeping to transportation to maintenance to engineering, all the services we'll talk about, as well as security emergency services, which we'll go into detail as well. What I want to do is talk about a few things from the resident service aspect. First of all is the Welcome Home program. You're all going to be new residents to a brand new community. The wonderful thing about all these events is you're meeting everyone. So when you come in, you'll know each other, but you may have questions about how to work your appliances, different things about programs, different amenities. So what the Welcome Home will do is the staff member will match up with you to assist you. As you move in, there'll be a number of different things. So it really is a way for you to get acclimated to the facility piece of it. You're already getting acclimated to the people piece of it. The hospitality program. We will have a concierge available for you to make reservations, arrange transportation, tickets, shows, just like a hotel concierge, able in the lobby to assist you with those as well. Housekeeping is part of the program, part of your monthly fee. Every other week, there'll be housekeeping, and then we also do trash removal. There are other services available from housekeeping should you need it. Carpet cleaning, spring cleaning, additional services. The best part is we have everything here, one-stop shop. You don't have to go out and use other services. Some are included, others will be Our transportation, we will have a shuttle that will be able to provide transportation around the Naples area to events that you want to go to, places you want to go. Jeff will talk about that in terms of the different activities that are available and from groups and clubs. But then through the concierge, you'll be able to arrange private transportation car service. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible for you through our transportation, through the concierge, which is available for you. Parking is a big topic across our company. And for what we have for you all here is covered parking. If you have one car per resident, 2 max. We want to make sure we have enough parking. Our priority is for you, and that is something in terms of we take as our parking program, and then there'll be parking on campus for your visitors and guests. We put ourselves, employees and contractors, as the lowest priority, meaning they'll park the furthest away. So for you all, in terms of the covered parking is available. Ericsson Now. How many have smartphones? So this will be a great app for your smartphone that you can download and take a look at activities that are going on, what the dining menu is. It is just, we checked into the hotel where they did. My smartphone wasn't ready for it, but even the key, so not that it'll be a key for you, but the phones are tremendous in terms of using that app. We have over 10,000 residents who have downloaded the app. If you don't have the app, you can do it on your computer, but it is everything in terms of electronic information for you to both see what's going on, but also request services. And guest accommodations. People love to come to Florida, especially in those winter months. So we will have one guest suite available on campus dedicated for that. If we have open apartments, we can make them into guest suites, but through the concierge, they will be able to make arrangements with you with local hotels that we're going to have arrangements with to facilitate that. So if you have guests coming in, the guest suite's not available, the concierge can help you with those arrangements, and we'll have some arrangements with other hotels. So again, just a summary, but really in terms of a one-stop shop services for you. So that's an overview of the resident services side of the programs. But as you know, my background in terms of both my career prior to Ericsson and when I started with Ericsson is safety, security, risk management. And that is near and dear to making sure that we provide a safe campus for our residents, employees, and their visitors. So let me talk a little bit about our security and safety programs. We have a gated community, so there'll be a gate with an arm to come in. We're going to, our first campus, to have new technology license plate recognition cameras. So basically what that will do is you will register your vehicle, and then there'll be a camera, and as you approach the gate arm will open. Good place for us to try it here in Florida. You don't get what we get back east called snow. So it should make it much easier for you in terms of getting in and out. And then obviously there'll be a guard there and some other technology for your guests and visitors to come in. One of the things we pride ourselves on in the Ericsson community is we don't have security officers. We have security and emergency service officers throughout our enterprise, all our campuses. They are trained emergency medical responders, and what that means is they have gone through training and are certified for medical emergencies first responder. Our average response time on our campuses is about 2.5 minutes. We have a goal of 4. And we see here a pull cord and dependent. So each apartment will have a pull cord. If you need emergency services, you press the pull cord. There'll be appendants available, an extra charge you can carry around with you as well. Our first responders come, can assess and help you, and then if need be, we contact 911. It really is one of the great services. And we have integrated health and wellness. Dr. Nara talked to you about our medical center. Every morning, our emergency services teams meet with the medical center, and they really work hand in hand. Really, this whole concept we've heard about integrated health and medical, that's what we really try to do with our communities. Dependent I talked about. One of the things that we really try to do, we talk about the emergency services we do, the security piece, but it's outreach. It's really, really important in terms of making sure that our security officers are out in the community, and you'll see them all the time, but also putting on seminars, trainings, and workshops.